Aloha Hawaii and welcome to another version of Hawaii Sports Update. We are going to be here with Professor Aldo Caveirinha, and he is a professor at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Caveirinha Jiu-Jitsu Family Academy, and it's located on 1020 Oahe Street. And we'll be getting to him in just a minute. First, let's bring you up to date on some of the happenings going on at UH. In volleyball, the UH men's volleyball team finds themselves in first place right now, headed to UC Irvine for two big games. That's the only team that UH has lost to this year is UC Irvine when they lost in the Rainbow Classic at home. And so UH is looking to do big things in the Mountain Pacific Federation Sports Conference. In the UH men's basketball, they split their last two games, home and home, against UC Davis and UC Irvine. Supposed to be the top two teams in the division, so they head out on the road for four games. They're 2-3 right now, and they're looking to at least split those four games before they come back to the friendly confines of Stan Sheriff. And for the UH women's basketball team, they're going to be home. They went and they swept on the road, so they improved to 3-2, and they got some good home cooking coming up for four games in a row when the UH women return home Thursday. So go out and support all your rainbows and all the volleyball and basketball teams. Go out and support them. Now, let's get to the matter at hand here. Professor Aldo Caveirinha and his student Tripson. Tripson, how long have you been involved in jiu-jitsu as Aldo's student?
4 years.
4 years, yes.
He was at Gracie Baja first, and then he switched over, went on to his own, and I followed him. I'm loyal, so I went with him. So about 4 years I've been in jiu-jitsu, actual jiu-jitsu formal. I've been fighting since 1998 MMA, and didn't really get into jiu-jitsu a lot. Well, hardly. Then when I met him, that's when I started.
Okay. Now, of course, you being Brazilian and jiu-jitsu is like a culture. It's just like Hawaii, when someone picks up a surfboard. I guess in Brazil, all you guys study jiu-jitsu now. At what age did you start jiu-jitsu? And once you started, how did you know that this was going to be what you wanted to do, your passion?
So thank you, PJ, for having me in the house. Thanks so much, guys. So I started jiu-jitsu 25 years ago with Professor Januario Machado and Carlos Gracie Jr. and Renzo Gracie. So I remember two guys fight in the street, and then one guy choke another one and put the guys for sleep, all right? And then I look like this, oh. And then I asked my friends, oh, the guy choked another one. Then the guy said, yeah, this is jiu-jitsu. And they said, okay. And my old brother, Adam, he started training just first than me. He started training, I think maybe 3 months first.
Okay.
And then he, all the time he invited me, come train. But I trained karate at the time. I'm thinking I'm like a Daniel Sam, right? I watch the movie all the time.
There you go.
And then he asked, oh, come train jiu-jitsu. And they said, no, I don't like it because the guys train on the ground, I say, no, I don't like that. I like kick, I like push. And then he said, no, just come one class. Oh, man, that's changed my life. My first class, I back to my home. I'm very happy. I talk to my mom. I say, oh, I go train jiu-jitsu and I go teach jiu-jitsu. And then my mom looked at my face and say, are you okay? How you know you go train jiu-jitsu and go teach jiu-jitsu? You just have one class. But I love jiu-jitsu first time. First time I meet, first time I train, I know I have jiu-jitsu inside my blood.
Okay. So from that very first lesson that you took in jiu-jitsu, you knew, hey, this is what I want to do. Jiu-jitsu's in your blood.
Yeah.
And now you want to reach out to other people. Okay.
Yeah, I feel that, And then I tried my best, I trained for 25 years and I've stopped training and compete too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, not on a competition level. We're going to be speaking about competition a little bit later on, but just from a personal family level, you have children, you have women, you have people who don't aspire to be a fighter.
Yeah.
Now, what does your jiu-jitsu class bring to them? Just to the person who just might want to do it health reasons or just for protection?
Yeah, jiu-jitsu is a lifestyle, you know. You can train jiu-jitsu only for self-defense. You can train only for, you know, for yourself, you know. You don't need training and think about tournaments, you know, and compete, train hard every day. You don't need, you know. I think each person, they feel, you know. Some guys come to school for training, for fight MMA. Some guys come train jiu-jitsu only for learning and try keep his life healthy. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think that's more important. People train jiu-jitsu, practice jiu-jitsu for lifestyle, you know, for keep his life healthy. That's more important.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to say. Jiu-jitsu is when people see jiu-jitsu and they see maybe somebody get choked out or somebody, you know, get twisted up like a pretzel or something, they think that it's all violent, but just explain to them the jiu-jitsu lifestyle, what it means for your family, for your health, and just for the togetherness of everybody involved in your camp.
Yeah. In my life, jiu-jitsu is everything, all right? I use jiu-jitsu for pay my bills, you know, for help my family, you know, for myself, you know what I mean? And it's my lifestyle, you know? But all the time people come to my school, they ask me the same question. They ask me, I don't want to fight, I don't want to compete, I don't want to train hard every day, right? I say, no problem. In my school, I have guys, professional fighters, only guys training for self-defense, only training for fun, you know? I don't push people,
right,
because everyone know your limit, all right? You know your limit, and
right.
I know my limit, he has his limit.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Okay, now, Trips, coming to you. Now, as a student, you know, I mean, we're not counting all the people you used to beat up back in the hood, but we're just talking about the discipline and the training that this Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class brings to you, and also your son. You have a son who is also competing, and so, you know, what do you want your son to get out of it, and what benefits have you got out of training with Caveirinha here?
I still beat up people, but it's mostly girls in the gym. but no, like you said, it's not only for fighters. We have doctors, we have lawyers. One of the older guys, I don't want to say his name, he's like 58 years old, but they still come, not to fight, but just to get exercise. But like you said, also all my kids do jiu-jitsu, all 5 of them. So my last one, Tripson Jr., just got recently promoted. So thank you, Professor, and he's really happy about that. But I just want them to learn, you know, not only for self-defense, but some sort of discipline, and it helps you, you know, stay grounded, and it helps you learn.
Right, and what benefit does that bring, you know, to your family? Just doing stuff together as a family and stuff like that.
Well, of course we're gonna be together while we're doing jiu-jitsu. So my kids have the first class at 5 to 6, and I bring them all. We make little dinners. So when I'm doing my class from 6 to 7, then they can eat at the same time. But it keeps us together. I mean, this is something that really, really helped us. It was a blessing to have us all together as a family doing something, as to having me someplace else with the boys, partying. You know, now I can be with my kids. So it helps with my family a lot.
Absolutely, absolutely. The Caveirinha Jiu-Jitsu Family Academy is not just for fighters, it's for everybody. It's a family atmosphere that they have. They have females there. Your wife is also here. Yeah. She used to take jiu-jitsu back in the days. And the next question I wanted to get to you is, now, teaching and competing, how do you have to cross that line? Like, you know, I know you have the competitor's mentality, yeah, but when you're teaching somebody, how do you have to sort of ease off and just teach them the gentleness of the sport?
That's a very good question. I love when people ask me about that. Thank you. Because it's not easy, you know. I have a lot of challenge, you know. I have a lot of sacrifice for teach jiu-jitsu, you know, every day, and train every day and compete. But when you try train hard and compete, sometimes you don't teach the classes good, all right? And then I try, that's why I have a lot of sacrifice, because I try my best every day on the mat. My students know about that, you know. That's my knowledge, you know. I try train hard, train compete, and try have a medals, you know, because sometimes you train and you compete, but you have low performance, right?
Right.
I try my best more because I know if I don't train hard, I don't try a lot like a sacrifice, I cannot bring the medal because my division is very, very tough. It's a tough division, you know. Like all the time I fight the guys like a world championship, you know, Brazilian national champion, you know, like if I don't train very hard and try my best, I cannot have a medal, you know.
Okay. Now, as your teachers or the people who help you out, who also teach classes for you, how important are they? Because when you're getting ready for competition, you have to, you know, dedicate a certain amount to get
Yeah.
ready for the competition.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you don't want to, you know, cheat your students and stuff like that. So you have viable people who, in order to train them also.
Yeah, I have a higher belt in my school right now, you know. I have, like 4 years ago, I have a hard time for training. I need to go hike more and do different stuff, you know. But now I have a tough guys in my school, you know, like a Tripson, you know, Jordan Gomez, you know, Professor Rich, Bryce, Dustin, Clinton. I have a lot of guys in my school right now, you know. These guys give me good training all the
Right.
time. And these guys help me now for cover me, right? When I fly out to Japan, California, Brazil for compete, these guys help me at school all the time. But one thing very important I like, because I know how to separate everything, all right? Like who wanna train, who train for fun, who train for self-defense. I respect everybody. I don't push people, you know. I don't think like, oh, I'm a fighter. I train hard for 20 years. Why these guys don't want to train hard like me? I don't like make like a compare, right?
Right,
Like me and
right.
somebody else, because you have your bills, you have your life, you know.
Right.
He have his life, you know. I cannot involve everybody, you know. I think you guys like, train like a pit bull, you know. I don't like that. People come to my school, they have a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, all the time.
Absolutely. And once again, the Caveirinha Jiu-Jitsu Family Academy. It's located at 1020 Oahe Street. Right behind Dave and Buster's. And
Next to Dave and Buster's.
Next to Dave and Buster's, behind the Farmers Market.
Same warehouses behind Farmers Market.
Okay, all right, there you go. You guys go down there, give them a call. I'm sure some information is going to be coming up on the TV screen about how you can contact them. Now, of all your years in competition, okay, what do you think is your main strength? Like what drives you to make sure you get up and come back to jiu-jitsu the next day and the next day and the next day?
Oh, I love competing. I love when I go to the tournament, right? The guys, you know, like a call my name, right? Say Aldo, you say Matt, you can say Ring, you can say, but people love Matt, all right? People
Yeah.
say Matt number 1, Matt number 2. Oh man, that's for me unbelievable. And call my name, I just think about fight, you know, smash my opponent, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm so crazy, you know. When I go there, I change. I'm not the same person. You know?
Right. That's what gets your juices pumped. Once that announcer announces your name, you're ready to go.
When they announce my name, oh my gosh, I cannot hear my name in the tournament. It make me crazy. That for me is my life, you know. I love that.
Okay. And when you get ready to go into a competition, what do you do mentally to switch? You know, no more teaching. You know you're gonna have to go smash this guy. Well, how do you prepare? Do you change your diet? Do you change your focus? What do you do?
Yeah, I remember, you know, about old masters, you know, guys like Jean-Jacques Machado, you know, Renzo Gracie. These guys never stop training. They never stop fight, you know. And then I try copy, right? I try follow his knowledge, you know, because these guys for me is like a samurai, you know. These guys compete all the time, they train all the time, and then I try my best for following them, you know.
Right.
And then that's why, you know, I like that. I like my knowledge, you know.
Okay.
I love who I am.
and is that what you feel gives you an advantage just through all your years of training and all the knowledge you have? Like when you get in a bad position, you don't panic, or you know, is it just your knowledge that brings you?
Yeah, when you compete a long time, you don't get nervous anymore, you know. Like, of course, you know, I think about, oh, this guy is tough, right? Because few guys there, I know these guys for a long time, you know. I saw these guys compete all the time, you know. But when I get bad position, I get panic. I've been a lot of guys like that. The guys, for 7 minutes, they just control me. and last like 20 seconds, 1 minute, I submit the guys, you know what I mean? People watch, people say, oh, he can escape now, he can escape now. And then I hold, and then I beat the guy. 1 year ago, I remember one guy, he got me triangle choker, right? Man, he held me for 3 minutes. Oh my goodness, almost I sleep 3 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, inside the triangle choke for 3 minutes. Then I don't tap it, then I beat the guy after.
There you go. There you go. Hey, just like Anderson Silva,
yeah.
gets you at Chael Shonen.
Yeah, man, this guy's
Never give up. Never give up. Now, everybody in jiu-jitsu has heard of the Gracie family.
Yeah.
Okay, and you took your original training through them. Okay, just let everybody know what impact that the family has had on you personally, and the whole world of jiu-jitsu, basically.
Yeah, I think Gracie family, you know, everybody know the Gracie family, you know. These guys is like a legend, right? That's my jiu-jitsu come from, you know, from Gracie family. You know, I trained with the Gracie family for 25 years. I just changed the team. I keep my own name because I have like a problems inside my association before, you know what I mean? And then that's why I moved the team, but I keep love all Gracie families, you know. I don't have problem with Gracie family, you know. I love guys there, you know. That's my family.
Right.
Forever, yeah.
Okay, now, but besides Hawaii, where else do you have camps at? Where else do you have classes?
My school is original from Brazil, right?
Right.
In Belo Horizonte, in Brazil. My brother's Fabio, my young brother, he teach the class in my school in Brazil. And I have school now in California. I have affiliate, right? In Germany, Switzerland, French, Italy. That's why I did fly out all the time for have a seminar and go compete this country. All the time I go seminar, I compete at the same time.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, as you can see, the Caveirinha Jiu-Jitsu Family Academy is worldwide. And when we come back on the other side of the break, we'll be talking more jiu-jitsu with Aldo Caveirinha and his student Tripson when we come back on Hawaii Sports Update.
Aloha, I'm Kili'i Akina, president of the Grassroots Institute and host on Ehana Kakou, a weekly program on the ThinkTech Hawaii broadcast network. Ehana Kakou means let's work together. Think of the sad alternative, let's not work together. Here in Hawaii, with all of our diversity and the richness of the people, it's important for us to come together around issues on the basis of what's right and what's good and what's going to serve the common good. And that's what we try to do at Ehana Kakou. Every week we interview movers and shakers, people in government, business, and other sectors of society to talk about how to create together a better government, economy, a better world here in Hawaii that can bless the rest of the world. I thank you for your attention to ThinkTech Hawaii, and we look forward to seeing you every Monday, 2 to 3 p.m. on the ThinkTech Hawaii Broadcast Network. We're Ehana Kakou, and we wish you well. Aloha.
Welcome back to Hawaii Sports Update. For those of you just joining us, we're here with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu 4th degree black belt Aldo Caveirinha and his student Tripson. Now, before we went to the break, we got into the Gracie family just a little bit, and and like everybody who in America who knows about Jiu-Jitsu or who's seen it on TV has seen Horace Gracie and the rest of the Gracie families, and that's where you got your training from. Now, okay, we've covered like the family aspect of the stuff, okay? When there's a guy who comes in and says, I want to be a fighter, I want you to train me to be a fighter, what's the first thing you look for?
I asked him about a little bit about his life, because some guys come to our school, he say, oh, I want to be fighter, but he's 45 years old, have 4 kids, all right?
Yeah.
And they say, okay, you can keep training, all right? Because IBJJF Federation, they have a Master 1, Master 2, 3, 4, and 5, all right? People can compete until 65 years old. People can go there and compete.
Okay.
And then I explained to him about that, I say, okay, you cannot fight against adults, all right? You need to fight your division. If you respect your division, you respect your body, your age, you can fight forever, no problem.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Now, suppose a 17-year-old kid comes up, and you've seen him roll in jiu-jitsu for a while, and maybe he's purple belt or he's moving up, and he tells you, hey, I'm ready to fight, man. I want to hop in that cage. I want to make a living fighting. What are you going to tell them?
Just tell, go ahead.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead, have fun, you know. If you have a dream, go ahead, it's possible, you know.
Right.
Because I cannot tell people, oh, you ask me about that, it's so funny because my student, he fight UFC, man, this guy, he's so funny. Before first time he come to me, he said that to me, so I want to be fighter.
Uh-huh.
But he work in the bank. He work in the bank, you know. When he come to school like that.
Which student is that?
Igor Araújo.
Igor Araújo.
Igor Araújo, you know. Yeah, this guy is a pit bull now, you know. He changed, you know, like 100%. He changed, you know. He changed his mind, his knowledge, you know. He's a real fighter. He's a real gladiator, right? But first time he talked to me about that, look at his face, said, no way, bro.
Yeah.
I said, you wanna fight? He said, yeah, I wanna fight MMA. I said, the first day you train,
Uh-huh.
I punched his face, right?
Uh-huh.
He give the back. And then I look and say, you see?
Yeah.
You cannot give the back if somebody punch your face, right?
Right.
But of course, you know, his first time, you know, he try fight, you know. Maybe when he see this interview, he try punch me back.
now, okay. When you say that, now, does it make you feel good inside? Just all the training that you've put this guy and basically now turn this guy into a beast?
Oh yeah. These guys, I have guys in my school. If you saw the guys, you don't believe they fight UFC. They are professional fighters. No, the guys so nice. You know, the face, you know, very calm. They talk very slow.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because people think, oh, the guy is so good fighter because the guys have a face like a pit bull. You know, but these guys, if you saw these guys, you don't believe they are like a very good fight, tough fight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like Tripson. What's his nickname again?
Oh, his nickname
Yeah.
is Batatinha.
And what does that mean?
What's the mean, Batatinha?
Let me get this story straight first. I mean, to get a nickname, a Brazilian nickname, Portuguese nickname.
That's respect automatic.
It's an honor to me.
Right.
Like there's, 30 people in the gym, not too much of them have a nickname, a Brazilian nickname. So whenever he calls me, he said, oh, Batatinha, come, you partner up with this guy. And everybody's like, what does that mean? And I tell them, it means a lion of the jungle. So, they kind of intimidated by that. But actually it means little potato. So his nephew gave me that name. His nephew Gabriel came from Chicago or whatever, and we was rolling around and they said something in Portuguese, and all I heard was Batatinha. And it stuck after that. So it's little potato, but lion of the jungle is what I tell you.
So there you have it, Batatinha. Okay, you can use your own interpretation on that one. All right, now Caveirinha, you have over 200 black belt students that you've taught. Just name a couple of them that some people would know, and tell the people how hard and how much dedication it takes to actually get a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
So, my school will make a curriculum, all right? When people come training, you put the day in the card, all right? Have a card for everyone, you can try to control a little bit, right? Because a few guys are so busy, if you guys going to be busy every day, some guys going to train every day, But I try my best, for keep everybody the same line,
Right.
And I think now it's more easy for the guys to have a black belt because now I have more tournaments, People, learn more. People learn by YouTube, DVD. The guys buy everything. They have more information, right?
Right.
In my time, people couldn't see nothing. People want to train jiu-jitsu,
Mm-hmm.
Everybody with like a 10 years, like a 14 years, forget black belt. Now I think 7, 8 years. People
Okay.
have black belt.
Okay, so if somebody came to you right now and was, say, 10 or 11 years old, take me through the process of getting their gi, their first lesson, to graduating belts, to black belt.
Yeah, it's 8 years old. 8 years.
Eight years?
8 years.
Okay, so to move from one belt to the next belt, about the average time, how long does it take?
Sometimes, if your kids is different, right? Kids, they have promote more faster.
Right.
But after 16 years old, every 2 or 3 years, you change the belt.
Okay.
Yeah, I have 2 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, you know, people don't realize when somebody says they have a black belt in jiu-jitsu, I mean, it's years upon
It's
years
the real deal.
upon years. Yeah, yeah. And you know, I just want to get that out there because I mean, I know some friends who are also black belts, but it's a total dedication to reach that point. And we commend you and all the stuff, positive stuff that you're doing out in the community also. And we would just like to thank you here on ThinkTech and the PJ Sports Radio Show. Now, okay, what do you want to bring to Hawaii? You know, you chose Hawaii to come. There's been a little bit of tradition here with the Gracie family and jiu-jitsu, and Hawaii, let's face it, it's the place of the scrappers. You know, I mean, worldwide, everybody knows you come to Hawaii, you better guard your grill. So, what do you hope to bring to Hawaii with your jiu-jitsu?
I think first time I came to Hawaii, I think Hawaii people is very strong, you know. People have a strong mind, you know. I like that. It's like Brazil, you know. And then I feel like a BJP, you know, is a good example, right? He's the only guy fighting Brazil, got gold medal, you know. He's from Hawaii, you know. And then I like that. I like Hawaiian families here, Hawaii people, you know. I love, you know, live here. And my dream, in my school one day you have maybe many BJPs. I believe Hawaiian people. I believe my knowledge in my jiu-jitsu.
Right.
That's my dream. From my school, have maybe two more BJPs from my school.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's my dream.
Absolutely. And of course, you know, BJ Penn was the first guy from Hawaii to get his black belt from the Gracies.
From Gracie, and he represented Hawaii outside, right?
And exactly.
He fight Brazil.
Yes, he has. And okay, now, how many students would you say right now is in your dojo? How many students? And from what ages?
I have a lot of kids. Like kids, we have maybe 30 kids, I think, and the women have maybe 20, and the rest adults, right? We have 100 adults right now.
Okay.
Maybe 120, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now, Tripson, now you coming in when you first met this man and they made the switch and you followed him over. What does he bring to you, just outside of jiu-jitsu, just out of everyday lifestyle, and also, you know, the jiu-jitsu aspect of it too?
Well, it's not only in jiu-jitsu where I meet up with him, even he's my family. I mean, the only reason why I joined jiu-jitsu was because of him. One day we were just out of the blue at the old school. This guy said, "Oh, come in and, you know, let your kids join, and, you know, just see." And it was him, and he didn't even know my kids, but he picked them up and he brought one of them on the mat to play a game that the kids were playing. And to me, I was like, oh, if this guy is, you know, family oriented and still professional at the same time, I said, this is where I want to be. And obviously I want to learn Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu from a Brazilian guy. I'm not going to learn the Samoan slap dance from a white guy that learned from a Samoan guy.
Right.
So, but with this guy, I mean, even outside of the mat, outside of the gym, we're together. We always, you know, to the beach or family parties like that. So, spent New Year's Eve with this guy too. So.
Okay.
Kind of crazy, but yeah, it's good.
It's all good. Well, you know, hey, that's what it's all about. It's more than just coming in and leaving. You know, you start to develop certain relationships and stuff like that. Now, as far as jiu-jitsu wise, how has this guy brought your jiu-jitsu game up and your knowledge and just jiu-jitsu?
All my jiu-jitsu I learned now is straight from him. Straight from this guy. Like I said, I did jiu-jitsu for a little, you know, small amount of time. I mean, nothing serious, but everything came from this guy. And all my kids' jiu-jitsu is from him. All their medals came straight from this guy. But it helps me. I mean, I'm not the healthiest guy, but I can still, you know, have a little bit better chance, you know, with running or something because of jiu-jitsu. I mean, you don't have to be the fittest person, but it gives you a little bit better chance. You can go at your own, you know, at your own level. You know, you
Okay.
can come in, you don't have to die. You can come and do whatever you can. You go at your
Okay.
own pace.
All right, and as far as health-wise, I mean, is it implemented, you know, a more healthier lifestyle
Oh,
for
yeah.
you also?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't drink a lot of alcohol now because I gotta be training. So that's one good thing.
Right.
My wife is happy about that. But with my weight fluctuates. But I mean, at least I can still have a little bit of cardio to do things with my kids. You know, play around, go hiking.
Right.
As of before, I was like, even after I stopped MMA, I was like up to 250. I mean, it's hard for my kids, you know.
Right.
Daddy can't even throw the ball. But now I'm back down to like 230. It fluctuates, but at least I can still go hiking, fishing, and my wife is happier because of this body.
There you go. Absolutely. All right, and if you just joined us, we are here with Aldo Caveirinha, 4th degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and his student Tripson. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back on Hawaii Sports Update in just a moment. Hang tight.
Aloha, welcome to ThinkTech Hawaii. My name is Josh Green. I'm the host of a program called Healthcare in Hawaii. I'm a physician. I work in the emergency department on the Big Island. I also serve in the state senate, which, please don't hold that against me, doesn't detract from my television program. We speak about all the big healthcare issues in the state. We get together on Tuesdays from 2 o'clock till 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we try to talk about the most important issues in healthcare. This is a terrific venue for people to learn about healthcare. There are many programs on this station. We broadcast it later, not just on the internet, but also on OC16. Thanks for joining us. Please be informed healthcare consumers.
Welcome back to Hawaii Sports Update. Of course, we are here with Tripson and the great Aldo Caveirinha, 4th degree Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Now, before we went to the commercial, we were talking a little bit about some of your fighters, and you know, of course, you have over 200 black belt students, which is amazing to me. But there's a couple who are fighting in the UFC who, you know, you want to talk about them for a little bit?
Yeah, first, the guy now everybody know in the United States is Rafael dos Anjos, right?
Yes.
His last fight, he be tough guys, you know,
Ben Henderson.
Cerrone,
Yeah,
Ben Henderson. The last one is Nate Diaz, right? They
Yeah,
fight.
he smashed
They
it.
fought, yeah, he smashed, you know, he's a tough guy. He fight for title shot next time with
I don't know his name.
Perez.
Oh,
Perez.
Anthony Pettis? Is that the
Oh, yeah. The March 14th is Dos Anjos against
yeah,
Pettis. That's
yeah.
correct.
That's
For
it's
the
a
title.
shot. Yeah.
That's correct, yes.
And the next guy, you know, I think have a great chance to one day fight against. He have a chance for title shots at Igor Araújo. You know, he's tough guy too. He's very talented. You know, and one guy from Brazil, I think he will sign. Next month he signed UFC. He's my black belt too. His name is Mateus. Mateus Nicolau. He's a tough, so nice guy too. You know, very humble. You know.
Okay.
I think he's gonna be a tough guy inside UFC too.
We're going to be looking out for him. And what about the guy from Hawaii?
Oh, in Hawaii have Jordan Gomez.
Jordan Gomez?
Yeah, I think Jordan Gomez is the best black belt of Hawaii now from his division. You know, he have a chance for have like a great name, like a BJP. You know, I feel Jordan he can have a big name here.
And what is Jordan's weight? What weight category is Jordan?
He's a feather. He's a feather.
Featherweight?
Yeah, featherweight.
125,
Yeah,
135,
something
yeah.
like that.
120.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good for me because I can smash him. Imagine he's a heavyweight, ultra heavyweight. I have problem.
Okay, now look, when you're talking about Jordan and you're talking about Rafael and you're talking about these guys who are at this elite level, just give us a glimpse of the dedication and the training that it takes from, you know, like we're talking last time, you know, there's some guy who wants to fight, but now we're talking an elite level, okay? How does a guy go from there to there, besides the talent?
Yeah. So, for one of the guys, they fight like a UFC, right? It's a big organization, right?
Right.
Okay, so Rafael, he's my black belt student from Jiu-Jitsu, right? But he have a camp for training MMA.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I cannot teach the guy MMA or Muay Thai, boxing, you know, like everything. I don't know
Wrestling,
everything,
right.
you know what I mean?
Right.
They train Jiu-Jitsu with me, but they have a camp for training MMA with different guys now, all right?
Okay.
Like Rafael training with King's MMA in California. Igor training with Greg Jackson.
Oh, yeah, the Jackson camp.
The Jackson camp,
John
yeah.
Bone Jones camp.
Yeah, this guy's training MMA different team. They
Okay.
only train jiu-jitsu with me,
Right,
you know?
right.
For 14 years, 16 years, something like that, you know? They train jiu-jitsu with me.
Okay.
But now they keep his career different style,
Right,
different
right.
school.
He
yeah.
has to be not only an expert in jiu-jitsu, but
No, they cannot
wrestling,
fight. Yeah.
boxing, Muay
Yeah.
Thai.
If they just have one style, they cannot have like a big name inside the UFC, you know?
Okay. Now, you personally, you still compete.
Yeah.
Okay. What have you been doing lately, competition-wise, and where are you going to go compete from now on?
For my next tournament.
Yeah. What was your competition before, and then where's your next competition?
Oh, yeah. I train now for fight Panamis again, Pan American, right, in California.
Uh-huh.
I fly out to Brazil for fight Brazil Nationals in May.
Mm-hmm.
And I come back to here, I go fight Worlds and go fight Asia Open again in Tokyo.
Okay.
I have like 5 big tournaments this year for me.
Okay, and last year you had won the Pan Am game.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get gold medal, Panamis, Asia Open. I try Brazil Nationals teams, but it's an open class for me there, right?
Uh-huh.
And then somebody else smashed me. I don't like to talk about that. you can forget about that.
You can't win them all, man.
Tuesday.
You can't win every single one. Oh, Zuri wants to know, does your wife travel with you?
But I'm so happy because she don't like train jiu-jitsu. She train a little bit. I don't like it. Look at her face. She's nice, but she's a pitbull. You know? It's dangerous for me.
There you go.
You know, but yeah, I'm happy. You know, I get like a second place worlds. You know, Panamis a gold medal, Asian gold medal. It's a big tournaments. You know, it's a tough tournaments. You know, people who compete knows. You know.
Right.
I don't talk about me. You know, because who compete, who train, who have sacrifice.
Right.
You know, they know how much it's very hard for take like a third place these tournaments.
Oh yeah. Well, you know that's what we're here for. We're here to talk about you, man. So,
But you can talk about Little Botelho.
The Lion of the Jungle.
how many medals would you say that you have total?
Oh my
over
gosh.
all the years?
Okay.
Must be thousands.
For 25 years, of course, in Brazil, you have a medals, you have a signs, and you have a trophies, all right?
Mm-hmm.
If I put together everything, I don't know, I think maybe about 100, maybe 200, everything together.
All right.
Yeah.
Right on. Man, that's unreal. You know, Aldo, like I say, we appreciate everything that you're doing here in the community.
Oh, thank you so much.
We appreciate that the high level of Caveirinha Jiu-Jitsu that you're putting out there for the community to enjoy, and that you're doing things in the right way.
Thank you.
And Tripson, also, you know, thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here, buddy.
Oh.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. And that's going to put an end to this show on the Hawaii Sports Update. Stay tuned next week for some more local sports update on the Hawaii Sports Update. Here with Aldo, Caveirinha, and Tripson. Aloha.